Hello everyone. In today's lecture we will discuss delta to star transformation. In solving networks having considerable number of branches, by the application of the Kirchhoff's laws, one sometimes experiences great difficulty due to a large number of the simultaneous equations that have to be solved. However, such types of complicated networks can be simplified by successively replacing the delta meshes by the equivalent star systems and vice versa. So for this, let us try to understand what do we mean by the delta connection and the star connection of resistors. Figure 1 and figure 2 shows the delta connection of resistors and the star connection of resistors. Let us consider three resistances R12, R23 and R31 which are connected in delta fashion between the terminals 1, 2 and 3. So in this case we find that in delta connection the three resistances are connected in such a way that one end of the resistance R12 is connected to R31 and the other end is connected to R23. Similarly, one end of the resistance R23 is connected to R12 and the other end of R23 is connected to R31. Similarly, one end of this resistance R31 is connected to R12 and the other end of R31 is connected to R23. So, if three resistances are connected in this fashion, then this is called as delta connection of resistance. It is also called as the pi connection. Similarly, let us consider three resistances R1, R2 and R3 which are connected in such a way that the one terminal of all the three are common at one point and the other end is connected to the terminals 1, 2 and 3. Then this type of connection is called the star connection. So, we can easily convert the delta connection to star and star connection can be easily converted into delta, because they are connected across the same three terminals 1, 2 and 3. So we can easily convert delta to star and star to delta. The star connection is also called as the Y connection.
So if the two arrangements are electrically equivalent, it means that the resistance as measured between any pair of terminals should be the same in both the arrangements. So let us discuss how we can convert delta connection to star connection. For this, let us consider the delta connection shown in the figure 1. So in figure 1, if we want to find out the equivalent resistance between the terminals 1 and 2, we find that between the terminals 1 and 2 there are two parallel paths. So here we find that between the terminals 1 and 2 there are two parallel paths. One path is having a resistance of R12 and the second path is having a resistance of R31 plus R23. So the equivalent resistance between the terminals 1 and 2 will be the parallel combination of R12 and R31 plus R23. So we can write that the resistance between the terminals 1 and 2 in case of delta will be equal to R12 into R23 plus R31 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. Because we know that whenever two resistance RA and RB are connected in parallel, then its equivalent is equal to RA into RB divided by RA plus RB. We have applied this same formula in this case. So between the terminals 1 and 2 there are two parallel paths. One path is having a resistance of R12 and the second path is having a resistance of R23 plus R31. So the equivalent resistance between the terminals 1 and 2 will be equal to R12 multiplied with R23 plus R31 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. Similarly, in case of star connection, the equivalent resistance between the terminals 1 and 2 will be equal to R1 plus R2. So we have written here that in star connection the resistance between the same two terminals, that is 1 and 2, will be R1 plus R2. Now if both the connections are equivalent to each other, it means that the resistance across the terminals should be the same in both the cases. So we can equate the equivalent resistance obtained in both the cases to each other. So we find that as the terminal resistances should be the same, so the equivalent resistance between the terminals 1 and 2 in star should be equal to the equivalent resistance between the terminals 1 and 2 in delta. And let us call this equation as equation number 1. Similarly, we can write the equations for the terminals 2 and 3 and also for the terminals 3 and 1. So in this, for the terminals 2 and 3, the equivalent resistance between the terminals 2 and 3 in star will be R2 plus R3, and this will be equal to the equivalent resistance between the terminals 2 and 3 in case of delta. Let us call this equation as equation number 2. Similarly, if we find the equivalent resistance between the terminals 3 and 1 in both the cases and equate them, then the result will be equal to R3 plus R1 will be equal to R31 into R12 plus R23 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. Let us call this equation as equation number 3. So we find we have 3 equations. Equation number 1, 2 and 3. So if we subtract the second equation from the first equation and add the result to the equation number 3, then we will get the values of the new resistances in star, that is, we will get the values of R1, R2 and R3. And what are R1, R2 and R3? R1, R2 and R3 are the equivalent resistance in star connection. So in this way we can convert the delta connection to star connection. So the value of R1 will come out to be R12 into R31 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. Similarly, the value of the resistance R2 will be R23 into R12 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. And the value of the resistance R3 will be equal to R31 into R23 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. So now we will replace the given delta connection by star connection, having the values as calculated from these 3 formulas. The figure 3 shows how to convert the delta connection to star. So let us try to see this figure. From this figure we find that previously we are given the resistances which are connected in delta. We are given this delta connection, that is, we are given the values of R12, R23 and R31, and we want to convert it to star. So we have drawn a star connection of resistance between the same 3 terminals. So we have to find the value of these 3 new resistors because we are converting the delta to star. So once we convert the delta to star, we will have to find the values of these 3 new resistance R1, R2 and R3, and we can obtain the values of R1, R2 and R3 from these 3 formulas. And once we have obtained the values of the new resistances, which are the values of the resistance in star, now we will replace this delta by the new star connection having the resistance R1, R2 and R3 as calculated from these 3 formulas, and this delta connection will be removed from this here because we have converted the delta to star. So in order to remember the formula, we can easily remember it by seeing that the value of the resistance R1 can be obtained by the product of the branches between which it is connected divided by the sum of the 3 resistance in delta. So the value of R1 will be equal to the product of R12 into R31 divided by the total sum of the resistance. Similarly, in order to find the value of R2, we find that R2 is connected between R12 and R23. So the value of R2 will be obtained by multiplying R12 with R23 divided by total. Similarly, R3 can be found by the formula. We find that R3 is connected between R31 and R23. So the formula for finding R3 will be equal to R31 into R23 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31, because the denominator in all the three is the same. So the value of R1 will be equal to product of these two divided by sum. Similarly, R2 will be product of these two divided by sum, and R3 will be equal to product of these two divided by sum. So this is an easy way to remember the formula. So in this way we can convert the delta to star, and once we have found out the new values of the star, this delta will be, these three resistors will be removed from the network, and the network will now consist of this new star connection having the resistance as calculated from these three formulas. In this way we can convert the given delta connection to star connection. In next lecture we will discuss how to convert the star connection of resistance to delta.